to the opposite of the Boston Celtics. Literally the opposite team. The Denver Nuggets, who as an underdog went into OKC and dominated the late game situations. The Nuggets shoot the fewest threes in the NBA. They live at the free throw line because Jokic can create so many opportunities around the basket. And Jokic, unlike Tatum, is a coach on the floor, does not care if he offends people, is mostly collaborative, but sometimes he takes over. And if you go to the fourth quarter, OKC got tight. The young, nervous, at times terrified Thunder at home froze. They froze. And this was Jokic at his best, coaching and playing. He is the anti-Kawhi. He communicates with everybody. I mean, obviously he empowers Aaron Gordon and Russell Westbrook, but it should be noted, Jamal Murray as well. I mean, this right now, there was a time when Michael Jordan, I've told the story before. I was on a couch watching Michael Jordan against the Phoenix Suns in the final, and with a friend who's a great basketball player. And I said, why can't there be more Michaels? I mean, he's not the strongest player or the biggest player. He's not the best ball handler or the best shooter. The NBA average size is 6'6". He's 6'6", kind of thin. I mean, I know he can jump, but Dominique had a higher vertical. Michael was so much better than even Charles Barkley. You know, like even Akeem. And you watch Jokic, he is so far and away the best basketball player in the world. And now he's also the best player coach, which Bill Russell did for a while. I mean, you got Tatum, he can freeze. You got Giannis, don't trust him late, can't hit a free throw. You got Embiid, he's never healthy. You got Kawhi, weird personality. You've got Luka, who's not in great shape and is not willing to defend. And for the record, not only is Jokic flawless offensively, he's actually an improved defensive player. He looks like he's in better shape. So, again, this game was not just Jokic, although he was remarkable. Westbrook, once again, gives you so many tools in the bag, including improved shooting. Congrats to his shooting coach. Also, Aaron Gordon is another one of these guys. I was talking before the show to J-Mac. That young player for Houston, I love, Amen Thompson. Aaron Gordon's like a bigger, stronger, more experienced version of Amen Thompson. He just does everything. Rebounds, block shots, late in games, tipping it, defending, length, relentless, energy. And he hits the game winner last night. And what I love about Jokic is this mentality. Here's an organization that went through a coaching change a week before the playoffs.
Okay, let's talk about this. Because this is what I said going into the playoffs. Everybody was sounding the alarm on the Denver Nuggets, and I said, they're not healthy. Jamal Murray is not there. It's hard in basketball to win games when you're missing a key piece, a massive piece of your roster, let alone really any starter, quite frankly. If you're missing any one of your top 3, 1, 2, or 3 players, it's going to be brutal to win consistently. Can you pull off some wins? Absolutely. You know, can you even go on a little bit of a run? Absolutely. Can you play really tough, physical, hard basketball consistently and gotta have it win moments? It's really, really hard, man. It's really, really hard. And I kept saying, if Jamal Murray's not playing in the playoffs, well then, yes, we can kind of sound the alarm for the Denver Nuggets because, right, Jamal Murray's not playing. They fire their coach. And I was like, I don't care what this team looks like without Jamal Murray, unless Jamal Murray isn't playing in the playoffs. If he's playing in the playoffs, I don't care about any of these games right now. I do not care, what happens. I think he missed like a bunch from March into April. I forget exactly what the timeline was at this point now. But he missed a chunk. And I was like, I do not care. I do not, like, it means nothing to me. It literally means, and I get it because it's content and basketball and the media. They got to like talk about something. And I just kept saying, this doesn't matter, which I know is unpopular because nobody wants to say that part out loud in the media. Nobody wants to say, like, well, these games don't really matter because Jamal Murray is going to be in the playoffs and they don't have Jamal Murray. So there's really not a lot of, commentary that we can give right now. And nobody wants to say that. Nobody wants to say that, right? But it's the reality. It's the reality. And so this team, when they're actually complete, is a great team, right? We know that. And the difference between the Thunder and the Nuggets right now is that the Nuggets know how to play winning basketball. They are experienced, deep, but they have experienced, deep veterans. And Westbrook deserves a tremendous amount of credit. That final play, that final drive for the shot for Gordon, Russell Westbrook in the first like 95, probably like 99% of his career wants to be that hero and put up that shot. Force up a layup, trying to draw contact, whatever it may be. And instead, he dished the ball out to Aaron Gordon, knocks down the shot, game, set, match. And it was beautiful. It was well done, well executed. I think this should be a great series. It's going to be interesting. To me, it's going to be all about how Thunder bounces back. Do they show their youth? They're not this super intense team. They're a great team, but like they're very much reminiscent, and it's not necessarily their style of play. It's more of like kind of like the mentality of the Golden State Warriors dynasty in terms of how they play. And in terms of like there was so much more finesse, and they weren't this really intense, physical, tough team minus Draymond Green and a little bit of Iguodala. And so it was just very much kind of like the way they navigated the playoffs and the structure of the playoffs and the ups and downs and the physicality. It was just because they shot the lights out of the ball. They shot the lights out of the ball, and the movement was just pristine. But that's with Steph Curry, right? That's with literally Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. And you have the bully of Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala, etc., etc. So you got to ask yourself, do the Thunder, are they able to round that out in the playoffs? And the Nuggets, if you just look at their team, look at the style of play, look at the physicality, the size of Gordon, of Jokic, etc., Michael Porter, you're just like, this team is more built for the playoffs. Just the sheer size of Jokic will always be more built for the playoffs, more so than Steph Curry. Even if Steph Curry is obviously more successful and has won more, just because of the sheer size of it all. So the Nuggets will always have that upper hand in as long as Jokic is on the floor. So that's why you can't ever count out the Nuggets. Am I going to say, because the question is, are Nuggets best equipped to win it all? I'm not going to go that far. I think there's a handful of teams right now, and it's just going to be interesting to see how it all unfolds. I'm not going to try to predict right now who's going to win it all, nor am I going to have to try to put that on anyone. I'm not going to now be like, oh, Thunder can't win, they're not equipped, or I'm just not going to do that. I'd love to just enjoy the ride for the playoffs, honestly. But to me, it's going to be fascinating. I think this series gets won, can be won in game 2. If the Nuggets win this game, and not because just the obvious of now being up 2-0, but if they just show you, we're just a better team, you're still inexperienced, you still don't understand how to win playoff basketball, right? Like the Nuggets have the ability to really do that. To really just be like, yeah, that's great. You're a great team. You won a ton of games in the regular season. SGA is him. He's awesome. This is the playoffs. This is different basketball. We have the depth. We have the experience. We have the size. We have the physicality. We know how to play winning basketball. And you get to prove that in game 2. It doesn't mean you have to win game 2, but if the Thunder bounce back and show, whoa, that was just an off game, right? And they bounce back. I mean, then I feel like we got a 7-game series. If they win both games 2-0, I feel like the Nuggets could legitimately sweep them 4-0, maybe 5. But I think literally going 4-0 is on the road. I really, really do. And the only reason why they wouldn't go 4-0 is by some sort of fluky situation where it's just the Thunder are literally making 80% of their threes, or the Nuggets are just so cold, can't make a shot. They miss 70% of their free throws, just one of those weird games where you're just like, oh my god, just nothing's going right. Outside of a kind of a weird, outlier game like that, I think the Nuggets could sweep. But I'm not saying that the Nuggets are going to sweep or that I'm predicting it. It's just game 2, honestly, that's going to set the tone more than this game right here. So it's going to be fascinating to see. To me, game 2 is going to be because this is where you're going to see Thunder going to be we cannot go 0-2. We're at home. We got to win this game. Let's go. So it's going to be fascinating. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Denver Nuggets taking game 1 on the road against OKC? Do you think they're best equipped to win it all? How do you feel that this game unfolded? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.